Hey everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to Bookmarks and Breadsticks. First off, I am aware that Bookmarks and Breadsticks is spelt incorrectly behind me. So I bought one of these cool signs. I was at like the Christmas tree shops, plural. First off, not sure why it's plural. But second, I found this little sign and I've seen tons of other booktubers with them and I was like, oh, this is so cute. It looks nice in the background. You get some of my books and now you have the sign. But there's very limited amounts of the letter K. Apparently only 3. So we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that there's only 3. I might go online and see if like Amazon has like replacement or extra letters because it bothers me immensely. But anyway, today is my wrap up of week 4 of Nonfiction November. Currently, honestly, this last week of Nonfiction November was Thanksgiving. And so we're at the end of week 4 of Nonfiction November, and that included Thanksgiving. So while I got a lot of reading done, I actually read a fiction book, but I am halfway through Stir by Jessica Fetcher, My Broken Brain and the Meals That Brought Me Home. I have 3 hours and 23 minutes left of a 6-hour audiobook on regular speed. So if I even push that up to 1.2, I'm definitely gonna have this done tonight, if not by the end of the 30th, which is tomorrow, which I conclude the end of Nonfiction November. So Jessica Fetcher is in her early 30s, I believe. She's about to present for a PhD, like a dissertation, and she's running on the treadmill and she has a brain aneurysm. And I'm about halfway through the book. We have just gotten through, the ICU, the first scan, the second scan, the surgery, the physical therapy, and now she's just about to go home. And we're halfway through the book. But throughout the book, what's very clear is in Jessica's life is food and what it does for her. She actually is like a linguist. She has a strong connection to music. So it's not like she is a chef every day, but it's very clear how food brings memory to her, brings comfort to her, and when she can't taste things the way she wants to, it's quite painful for her. So I will have that done tonight, and that will make, I believe, five nonfiction books. I will film a whole separate, end of month recap, because I do have 2 fiction books that I have not reviewed in full detail on this channel. Actually, no, I have 1 more left that I haven't fully reviewed that will be part of my wrap up, even if it's not part of official Nonfiction November. Beyond that, what has been going on this week? I haven't had a lot of time reading because I have been busy with my first ever live holiday market for Bookmarks and Breadsticks for Read It and Eat. I'll cut some clips in and out and just voice over it. So I was a part of Makers and Shakers. This is a big event in Western New York. It's like the largest for small businesses around the holiday season. It was Black Friday and on Small Business Saturday. So Dan and I flew home for Thanksgiving on Tuesday to see my mom and my sisters, which was really nice to see them, but it was really hard for me. It was the first time I'd been home since my dad died, and there's definitely a lot of tears, but it was also really nice to see them. I carved that turkey like a champ. My mom was very impressed with me. And then we flew home Thanksgiving night, which, by the way, if you ever want to see JFK look as close to a ghost town as it's going to be, try flying home on Thanksgiving night and get to the airport at about 7 o'clock for a 9 o'clock flight. Nobody's there because everyone's at home eating pie. And also, if you haven't seen already, I started a new tradition and we went to a bunch of little free libraries on Long Island. I'll link that up in the cards and down below, which was a really fun tradition of visiting little free libraries somewhere else other than the one out in my own front yard or in my own neighborhood. So we got back to New York, got back to Buffalo. I was in New York the whole time, duh. Friday was the first day and it was scary and nerve-wracking. I've never sold in person before. I had no idea if people were gonna like it. And then Saturday, it was like, let's turn it up 100%. I ended up with 4 times as many sales on Saturday than on Friday, and that's awesome, but it's insane and it's crazy. I had to listen to the same 10 Christmas songs on repeat. That Spotify playlist needed an update. And then today, which I only think I have pictures, so I'll put them over here. I wasn't able to film. I took the money, so I should back up. If you're new and you don't know what Read It and Eat is, Read It and Eat is a themed subscription box, and I believe in doing good by fighting hunger. So it's the best of both worlds for foodies and book lovers. You get a quarterly theme, and you're paired with a gently used book, multiple snacks and goodies that support small, queer, BIPOC-owned businesses, and $5 from your purchase is used to fight hunger here in Western New York. I work throughout the year with multiple nonprofits to help refill food pantries and help with food drives. I also have Blind Date with a Book, which is about half the cost, and that is all about quite literally a blind date with a book. Now, because it's Read It and Eat, everything is foodie themed, but you can choose across multiple genres, including fiction, young adult, and romance. And in the spring, I will be launching Blind Date with a Book for mystery and for potentially children's books like middle grade and under, and finally for graphic novels and comic books. So more genres are coming. With that process, you get a book, one treat that supports a small business, and $3 from your purchase is going to go help fight hunger. So everything we do, it's all about doing good by fighting hunger. So I made about $1,200 this weekend, and that is not to brag, that is just to explain the calculation for donations. Because I sold some boxes and some blind dates, I decided to just take 20% of my total purchases, which comes to about $200 to $240. I then went to Instacart, because I am working today, and loaded up on multiple canned goods. We're coming into the winter season, and this is when, and a new wave of COVID, there's a new variant out there. People are applying more than ever to have food assistance. So I take that money, I go on to Instacart, I go to Wegmans, and I look for what is on sale. What can I get that's a can for 59 cents? And I ended up getting, I'll scroll through my receipt over here, not only just beans, but this time I was able to get canned green beans, canned snap peas, corn, and even some ravioli, because I don't know, I grew up with Chef Boyardee, and I would, as a kid, love to have canned ravioli. I mean, Dan's a grown man, he still eats it from time to time. So I ended up gathering another 200 plus cans for Friends of Night People, which is the nonprofit I am working with for the winter season. I drove it over this afternoon, actually right before I sat down to start filming. I wasn't able to film inside today because the food pantry was closed, so I went to their headquarters and dropped off the bags of food. I also paid for the reusable bags because I didn't want the poor person at the store to have to like paper bag that all, and now the donation center has some reusable bags they can give out to people as well. I also dropped off about 20 books from my little free library stash as well. So what's behind me over here, slightly off camera, and also behind this, is all of the books I still have to circulate through my little free library. So I can obviously replenish my own, but it was nice to unload some books that were going to go to a good home for people that wanted to read and just didn't have access to books. So yeah, that was a really big part of my weekend, which is why I didn't get a lot of reading done. I finished the fiction book that I'm not going to review now while I was at home. Then I got on a plane, started a different fiction book, which I haven't finished. I'm just in a really weird wishy-washy mood when it comes to mood reading. I have probably started 4 other books this month and just put them down, and now I'm really enjoying Stir. Other really good thing about Stir is that if you are an audiobook lover, Jessica does narrate the book herself, and I love it when authors narrate books themselves. It just means so much more. But yeah, that is a rather it's not that it was a bad recap. I still have read 1, 2, 3, 4 nonfiction books this month. I'm gonna finish one today to make 5, and I've read 2 fiction books. So I have read 7 books this month. I will obviously recap them in the next video, but let me know, how was your Thanksgiving? What traditions do you guys have? I am now officially the turkey carver of the family in lieu of Dad, which I'm very honored to take this up. All those years of butchery classes have finally paid off. And did you support small businesses with Small Business Saturday? Don't forget, if you're still looking for gifts this holiday season, don't forget to support other small businesses. For example, if you haven't followed Danny over at Spinelli Speaks, she and Laura own Double Booked Co., and they make wonderful bookmarks that are in the winter box that I am selling, and I continue to rotate through other small businesses. I will be working with Eric from Break Even Books, and his bookmarks will be in a special Valentine's Day box that I will announce soon on this channel. And let me also know down in the comments below if there are other booktubers that you think I should work with to put in boxes. I haven't put a candle in my boxes yet because they're food themed, but if someone makes a foodie themed smelling candle, I might be interested in doing that. On your way down, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you are well. Get your booster shot if you can for the vaccine. Wear a mask, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.